Have you noticed how self care has been morphed from taking a little time for yourself into this endless push to buy more stuff? We're talking endless face masks, bath bombs, towel warmers, and gadget galore, all wrapped in a soft pink scented influencer approved package. And for what? Is it really self care? Or are we just being sold a fantasy of what self care is supposed to look like? Hi everyone, welcome to Mindbase. In this video, we are diving into the world of influencers who are subtly pushing you into a pink washed consumerist fantasy of self care. We'll look into some wild things these influencers share on social media to help keep it all in perspective and the truth behind those luxurious product filled routines that we see splashed across our feeds. We'll also talk about the easy, common, always available self care and hint, it's not $50 of face oils. Let's kick things off by looking at some of the most over the top self care routines on social media. This is an influencer's idea of a perfect self care day filled with pricey lattes, designer bath products, and enough scented candles to start a small bonfire. Sure, it looks cozy and indulgent, but is this the real life? Or are we watching a commercial disguised as a day in the life that we want to associate it with? Parasocial interaction theory in psychology speaks about the illusion of a relationship with someone we don't actually know, but it is built through media presence. So, this highlights that we as viewers develop one sided connections with the influencers and start idealizing their lifestyle because of the impact they have on us despite no direct interaction. So, these influencers share intimate glimpses of their routines, like body care or self care rituals, which are usually activities that we associate with people we know closely. Somebody might have told you their daily routines, but you get to see only your close ones perform these rituals, like your siblings, maybe your friends, partners, your parents, spouse. When audiences see these personal routines, it can create a feeling of closeness or association, as though the influencer is a friend sharing a trusted routine and trusted products, because why would they use anything less or anything otherwise on themselves, right? So, this illusion makes followers more receptive to adopting their practices and products, often feeling compelled to follow suit, while a sense of lack creeps in with the absence of these products in your life. And soon, someday, these products will be sublimely pushed out of your life, replaced by a new shiny goodie in the market that these influencers only will be promoting then. What you are not realizing when you are vibing with their regimen is that they're not just enjoying a nice bath, they're actually selling us these insanely expensive must haves through this unspoken bond that they have gradually established with us. The products flash by so fast that the average viewer can barely keep up. But what we are subconsciously absorbing is the idea that these are the essential for our happiness, for our self care. And while it's entertaining to watch, but in reality, it's a trap. We think, oh, okay, if I get those exact candles or maybe that jade roller, then I'll feel relaxed too. But that's not how it works, does it? This falls under consumerism theory, which shows how consumer culture links products to personal happiness and identity. Also, there's another theory, social comparison theory, that talks about it. It says that we compare our lives to the ideal versions these influencers portray, making us feel like we need to match up with their standards to be happy, which is way, way off from reality. All right, let's break down some more ridiculous examples here now. Ever seen influencers pitch products like $80 worth of towel warmers or maybe face gadgets that somehow make your regular face wash feel like meh, subpar? Suddenly, we're not just taking care of ourselves, we are turning self care into an expensive ritual of stuff that we don't actually need. Best part about this though, they admitted that it's unnecessary. In many videos and interviews, they are telling us we don't really need the stuff, but here it is anyway. Use it. There is yet another theory in psychology, scarcity heuristic. This cognitive bias implies that rare or hard to attain items, such as these luxury products, are perceived as more valuable even if they offer minimal to no benefit. So you'd rather use a fancy, aesthetically appealing marble liquid dispenser to pump out some soap instead of basic liquid dispenser because that is the definition of luxury self-care. And who decides that? Look, if these gadgets bring you joy, please, by all means, go for it. But the reality is they're often just extras and not the must haves, and most certainly not the mandatory solutions for self care, as presented on the screen for you by these influencers. Please remember before buying it that you were doing just fine before you had them in your life. Now, this one really takes the cake. Bath bombs that are supposed to look like pads and tampons for period bath time. Just why though? These rage bait products are designed to stir up your emotions, drive engagement through reaction, and ultimately push you to click add to cart. It's like watching a commercial designed to make you laugh or get you mad or get you talking. So basically, get you react and root your emotions, and it's working just fine. Socials today are filled with examples like this: crystal infused bath, wine bath, 24 karat gold bath, CBD oil bath, milk bath with honey, champagne bubble bath, and it just goes on and on. Before you know it, you're halfway to spending way too much on something that honestly just does make no sense. Hands up, people, if you have ever thought, gee, I need a full blown multi step leg care routine. No? Well, some influencers would beg to differ, and they're here to tell you that self care for your legs is a hundreds of dollars of worth endeavor involving multiple exfoliating rounds and enough lotions to keep a small spa running. It's a lot, and it's this whole ritual, but just for your legs. Is this necessary? Not in the slightest, but it's presented in a way that makes us feel like it could be. That's the thing with the influencer culture of self care that we have fabricated over the period of time. It may be aspirational, but ultimately impractical for most of us. Here, take a look at this video first, and then we'll tell you the penny you spend on these 14-step self care routine products. This targeted treatment product will cost you anywhere between $40 to $62. The body scrub retails at $40. This body wash is $28. The shower oil is $28. The smoothing body serum is worth $59. This body oil will cost you around $48. The creme $32. I think the starting price for this one is $25. I'm not sure though. Anyway, the 220 ml retails at $32 at Walmart, I think. The sum of these many products so far is anywhere between 275 to $297. And mind you, these are just 7 products of the list. We have not included dry brushing product, the exfoliator, the razor, the gua sha, the retinol, the hand care products, and the body mist. Also, have you noticed how much she's scrubbing her legs? First with an exfoliating brush, then with scrubbing gloves, and then shaving. I just hope all that moisturization helps with the destroyed skin barrier. And the final step is using retinol. So, retinol is an active agent which is harsh after using so many other products. Guys, if you are into this rigorous self care, then please see a dermat before. Know your skin, otherwise, you may cause severe reactions and damage to your body for no cause. If you are really into these legs care, hands care, back care, oh my god, we can literally break it down to various body parts, no? But since we have watched a leg care routine, then let's just stick to legs care today. You can simply soak your legs in lukewarm water with Epsom salt, followed by exfoliation and shave. You can end this ritual with a hydrating moisturizer, and that is it. All's done. This routine will leave your legs looking like glazed donuts and also help with your strawberry legs. Now, here's one of the more troubling aspects of this trend, guys. Teenagers with 10-step skincare routines that cost hundreds of dollars. And I'm talking minors here, who can't afford this stuff themselves, yet somehow it's a necessity that every latest product, from toners to serums to eye creams, must have a place in their lives in the self care kits. The pressure on young people to self care their way to perfect skin is a troubling result of this influencer's carefully curated routines, and it's not just wasteful and costly, it's also damaging. Self worth shouldn't be wrapped up in a cabinet full of skincare. In fact, self discrepancy theory explains that the gap between one's actual self and idealized self is often heightened by exposure to idealized portrayal, which can actually harm our self worth. So, where does that leave us? True self care doesn't require a shopping spree and definitely not draining your wallet. Real self care is about taking actions that preserve your well being and bring you peace without being influenced. It can be as simple as taking a moment away from screens or going outside for a walk. Or maybe it's a reading nook for you, or cooking yourself a healthy meal, your favorite meal, dancing on your favorite tune, stealing a quick siesta, organizing a small corner of your room, or just simply setting aside some time to breathe and reflect. In psychology, this concept is called mindfulness theory. Mindfulness emphasizes present focus awareness and simple practices which contrast sharply with consumer driven notions and self care. Go ahead and be a smart cookie by leaving any ideas you have of no to least expensive mindful self care routines in the comments below that you might enjoy and from which we all can take inspiration. Guys, it's okay to enjoy the soothing, aesthetically pleasing self care videos online. I enjoy it too. But let's be mindful of the level of actionable influence the content has on us. Consumerism doesn't equate to self care, and it's high time that we all realize that now. These influencer routines are entertaining, sure, but they're ultimately just selling a fantasy. We don't have to buy into it, literally or figuratively. Self care doesn't have to be complicated, and it doesn't have to be buying stuff all the time. The meaning of self care for you can be very different from me because we are two different individuals with our own unique lifestyles, preferences, and needs. But it becomes problematic when the videos manipulate you, causing you to confuse real self care with real self care, and especially for impressionable teenagers whose hormones are already creating havoc for their self worth. They are the easy target and they know it. As a replacement, try a simple hot shower or switching your phone off. Enjoy slow mornings. Just sit quietly. Set boundaries or indulge in any activity that you love. Or maybe just don't indulge in anything at all. Yes, it's also a form of self care. Disconnecting from the fast paced world can help decrease cortisol levels, the hormone associated with stress. It relaxes your brain from constant stimulation. And it may sound easy, but it's actually very difficult. Try it and let us know how you feel about it. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Don't forget to take care of yourself without all the extra baggage. See you soon.